What is going on, guys? Welcome to another Shedheads video. My name is Chris, and in today's episode of ShedVille, we are going to be teaching you how to summon and kill the Wither. The Wither is by far the hardest mob to kill in Minecraft, so if you're going to do this, you're going to want to be looted out to the brim. I have all diamond gear in this video. It is all enchanted. It has all the best enchantments on it. You can even see in my inventory I have some strength potions just to give me that extra edge above this opponent. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to go into the nether and kill wither skeletons so that they drop you wither skeleton skulls. You're going to need 3 of these in order to summon this wither. Now you're going to want to have a looting enchantment on your sword because they do not drop this very often. It is very rare to get a skeleton skull. So you're going to probably have to kill maybe about 100 of them. Even with looting, you're probably going to have to maybe kill about 40. That's probably how long it took me to get all of those skeleton skulls. Just keep that in mind because it's just annoying waiting for them to spawn and everything. It's extremely difficult just because the gas and the blaze are also trying to kill you as well. And you know how annoying blazes can be. They just set you on fire, and it just seemed like gas have unlimited range in this game. So once you have all that, guys, you are going to want to go into your world, be looted out to the brim, and there are 2 phases to this wither fight. There's a ranged phase and a melee phase, and you're basically only doing this so that you can get the nether star, which we'll get into a little bit later in the video, but for right now, let's talk about strategy. So by far the easiest way to spawn and kill this wither is to use the room and hallway tactic. You're going to spawn this guy in a room buried underneath a ton of concrete, a ton of cobblestone, all that. Just a room that you are going to dig out. You're going to want to make sure that there are no air gaps so that he can't escape, because once he spawns in, he's going to lock on to any mob that is within his range. It doesn't have to be a player, it could be other skeletons, cows, anything. This guy literally just kills anything in his path. So as you can see here, it's probably about a 3x3x5 grid up there, followed by a long hallway where you're basically just gonna back up and shoot arrows at this guy, and then you're gonna do the same exact thing but with your melee weapon. So right here we can see we're about to spawn this guy in. I'm just preparing a little bit. I'm gonna drink my potion of strength, get some golden apples and carrots going on. So what you want to do is place your soul stand on the bottom. You're going to place it in a T formation just like so. And then what you're going to do is take your skulls and you're going to place all 3 of them on top. Now as you can see, we have spawned in the wither, and you can see the advancements on my screen because this is the first time I'm doing it. And in this phase, he's going to let out an explosion. He's invulnerable at this stage, so just back up and don't get hit by this. And I freak out right here because he immediately locks onto me and fires off some skulls, but it doesn't really do any damage to me because I guess my armor was just that great. So what you're going to do here is you're basically just going to shoot him with a bunch of arrows, and I'm freaking out in game right now because I can't see anything. I set up the brightness a little bit in this video just for clarity's sake. So basically he's just going to try and get to you, and he can't because he's too big, so he's going to have to destroy all the blocks. And this is a perfect example right here because he's just destroying 1 block at a time. I don't know if this is always how this happens. Sometimes he goes a little bit crazy and just blows up a lot of blocks at once, but I got very lucky in this fight that he just basically did 1 block at a time. So this is the melee phase where he lights up blue a little bit, and you can only hit him with a melee weapon, but the tactic works the same here. He can't even see you basically half the time, and I barely take any damage in this fight at all. So once you finally kill him, you're going to get a little achievement or whatever, and you're basically going to get the nether star. Now the nether star is really cool. It is a cool item to have in general, but you really want it just so you can create what's called a beacon. And a beacon is going to give you some unique powers. So as you can see right there, I have the nether star, and we're going to go back to our base, and we're basically just going to go through how to get a beacon, how to use it to its maximum potential. But as you can see here, it was a fairly easy fight, and I didn't even know that cavern was right there. So let's go back to our house and see what we can do. Alright guys, so we are back at our house and we're about to create our beacon. You're going to need 5 glass, 3 obsidian, and of course the nether star. You're going to place the nether star right in the middle with the obsidian being on the bottom, and then you're going to surround that with the glass. Now this is going to create our beacon, and it actually looks like it's made out of diamonds, but it's not. But this thing is awesome. It's really cool. Once you start to have more than one, if you try and do this like maybe 3 or 4 times, it gets to make you a little bit more like Superman. You have a lot of superpowers. So I'm gonna go into creative mode. I'm gonna show you guys how to do this. So here we are in creative mode, guys, and we're just going to showcase how you get the maximum potential out of your beacon. So you're going to want a solid ore of whatever kind you choose, either iron, gold, emerald, or diamond. I recommend iron because it's the easiest one to get, unless you have a village or farm where you can just gather a ton of emeralds. You're going to want to build pyramids starting from a 9x9 square. So if you look in the bottom left, you're going to need 165 solid blocks in order to build the largest pyramid. And they cannot be void in the middle. They have to be completely full. So starting with a 9x9, a 7x7, 5x5, and a 3x3 for the top if you have 4 layers. And you could also do it from a 7x7, 5x5, or 3x3, but you're going to get more powers the higher up you go and the more materials you use. So as you can see, you can get speed and haste from the first layer. You can get defense or resistance, I think it is, and jump boost from the second, and then you can get strength from the final one. Now, if you use the final one, the secondary power you get is going to be regeneration, and that is really awesome because you're going to want to put this right next to your home base, and whenever you're home, you're basically just going to be invincible because you're going to have superpowers. So basically how you activate this is you take whatever ability you want, you're going to select it, and then you're going to put in an ingot, and then you're going to have it. So the largest pyramid has a 50 block radius, and then the smallest one has a 20 block, and they go up in increments. And this is really, really awesome to have just because whatever you're building or whatever you're trying to do, you can switch the power for. So if you're trying to build something and trying to demo a lot of blocks, you're going to switch to haste, and it's going to allow you to destroy those quicker. But if you are just looking to be faster, you could switch to speed, and you'll be able to run faster. But it's really awesome, guys. If you guys have more than one of these, which is going to take a long time to do, it is very much worth it. You're basically going to be invincible. But if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like and leave a comment, and I'll see you for the next video. Shedheads out.